Hi everybody, welcome back to Crafted by Norma. Today I'm going to make some of these little notelet books as ephemera for my junk journals, and I've also made a few to sell in my Etsy shop, a little set of 3. They're made with my homemade vellum stroke printed greaseproof paper. I'm not really sure what to call them, the paper, to be honest, but I have done a video to explain how I've gone and made them. So the little notebooks, I've just gone and used some of the tags that I've made, and again there's a video to explain how I've made those. My own coffee stained paper, and this paper that I've made, and just sewn the centres of them to make them into nice little notelet books, as you can see here. Okay, so let's get started. So they're quite simple, quite straightforward. The papers that I've made, this one I've cut into an 8x8 square to make as an envelope, but this one is an 8x8 square, but I'm going to make this one into 3 of the little notebooks. So all I'm going to do on this one is just cut it down to size. So it's going to be 4 inches. So I folded the paper in half, and then I'm going to do 4 inches like so, and then I'm going to just trim off the end of that bend there. So I'm going to have 2 separate little booklets there. So I folded that one in half that way. This one I'm going to fold in half like, oh, where am I? So, and the same with this one, just folded in half like so. And then with my coffee stain paper, I'm just going to make the inside papers. Now, as you can see on my papers there, I tend to spray my photocopy paper to make it coffee stained. I quite like it because it's sort of like got a mottled look to it. It's quite quick and it's quite easy, and there's no hardship in doing it. So this little book here is the 8x4 inches. So I'm going to cut my papers down to 3.5 inches. And then we'll trim them further to size a bit later on. So 3.5 inches. And 3.5 inches again. There we go. And then we're going to fold those in half, like so. Unfolder, like that. We're going to put that into the centre there, and as you can see, it's just a little bit too long, so we can just trim those off. Oops. Use my scissors. I've just treated myself to some Tim Holtz scissors. I broke my thumb about 18 months ago, and I'm having major hassles using scissors at the moment. But these with the they've got the bendy handles are proven to be really helpful. So that should slot into there nicely like that, which it does. Get a couple of paper clips just to keep the papers in the right place, like so. Oops. And then what I tend to do to help me when I'm sewing it, I just fold it there and I get a pencil, wherever my pencil's gone, and I'll just draw a line, I don't know whether you can see, just a line along that ridge, and it just helps me when I'm sewing, so I can see where the fold is. and then turning it over, I'll get one of my little tags and I'll put that on the front of my cover, just there. Oops. Oops. There we go. Make sure it's the right way around. Stick that down on there, and then just keep it in place while the glue sets. I usually have a couple of pegs hanging around which I can place on it just to keep it in situ while it dries, like so. And then with these smaller ones, which are ideal to slot into your smaller pages, I just get the rest of the paper that I've got here, fold it over like so, and then I'm going to trim that roughly to size, keeping all the edges nice and neat. I think it's going to be about there, I think. Let's see. Folding that over with the bone folder, just straighten off those edges, offer it to the little book, and that's not too far off, so I'm quite pleased with that. Open it out to the centre. Again, a couple of paper clips just to keep the page in situ for when I go and sew it, like so. And again, I'm going to mark it with my pencil, just a light line so I can follow it when I'm sewing it. And then just a little tag. So where's my little tags? Right, I've got a selection here, so I only want a smallish one. Let's see. Oh, I quite like this one. So it has been a video to make these little tags, which is just the tags are from Tracy Fox, which from her eBay shop, and they're lovely, the little tags. And I've just gone and put them on some coffee stained muslin, and I'll put that on there. It's a bit too chunky, so let's just trim that one down. A bit tatty again. Lovely. Spot of glue. There we go. Just straighten it off, and again I'll get a peg just to secure it down while the glue dries. Okay, and basically I'll just run it down with the sewing machine, just down the centre down there, folded it over, and hey presto, you've got a little book that'll slot into your mixed journal, or if you want, I've got one here in a pocket that I've done, and I've just gone and slotted one here at the back of that one. So yeah, I think they're quite nice. Okay, so as I say, I've got a range of these ready-made up for sale in my Etsy shop. They're quite simple and easy to make, and I've also gone and done a video on how to make the paper covers. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like it or subscribe to see my next video when I release it. Check out my webpage and my Facebook. Thanks ladies and gents. Bye.